I'm James, 32, and 3 weeks ago I learned that sometimes the best investment you can make is trusting your instincts over your spouse's tears. My wife Sophie and I had been married for 4 years, together for 6. We had separate accounts by choice. She was big on financial independence, and I respected that. We split bills 50-50ths, even though I made about twice what she did as a software engineer. She worked in marketing, decent salary, and always seemed to manage her money well. Or so I thought. The discovery happened on a Tuesday morning at 6:47 a.m. I was getting ready for an early meeting when I knocked my coffee over. Black liquid everywhere, including all over Sophie's laptop, which she'd left open on the kitchen counter. I panicked, grabbed it, tried to shake the coffee off, and the screen lit up. She'd fallen asleep without closing her banking app. I wasn't snooping. I was literally just trying to save her laptop from coffee death. But there it was, impossible to miss. Account balance, $847,392.16. I stood there, dripping coffee onto our kitchen floor, staring at that number. $847,000. My wife, who couldn't afford to chip in extra for our vacation last month, who'd asked me to cover her car insurance payment 3 weeks ago because she was a bit short, had almost $1 million in her account. I took a photo with my phone. Then I cleaned up the coffee, put her laptop in rice like nothing happened, and went to work in a complete daze. All day I kept pulling up that photo. The numbers didn't change. $847,392.16. Where does someone making $65,000 a year get that kind of money? That evening, Sophie came home around 7. We ate pasta and talked about her coworker's drama. The whole time, all I could think was, you have $800,000. After dinner, I said it. Soph, I need to tell you something. I spilled coffee on your laptop this morning. Your banking app was open. The color drained from her face. Oh, $847,000, Sophie. She set her phone down very carefully. James, I've been paying your car insurance. You asked me to cover your half of the rent twice in the past year. You have almost $1 million. It's complicated. I laughed. Complicated? What's complicated? It's my emergency fund. My grandmother left it to me before we got married. I never told you because I wanted to know you loved me for me, not for my money. Sophie, we've been married for 4 years. At what point were you planning to mention this while I'm covering your expenses? You make more than me. You offered. I offered because I thought you needed help, and that's when something clicked. How much did your grandmother leave you? She hesitated. Around $300,000. Why? Sophie, that account has $847,000 in it. You've more than doubled it. Or you've been pocketing the money I've been giving you for bills. Her silence was deafening. How long have you been scamming me? I was building financial security for us. For us? You've been taking my money under false pretenses while hiding a fortune. I want a divorce. She laughed. Over this? James, you're overreacting. I've spent 4 years thinking I was helping my struggling wife when really I was funding your investment portfolio. That's fraud, Sophie. Her face changed. You can't prove anything. I have the screenshot, and I'm going to request copies of all our shared expenses for the past 4 years. My lawyer will love this. I grabbed my keys and walked out. Update 1. I stayed at my best friend Derek's place that night. Thursday morning, I called a lawyer named Rebecca Chin. Do you have proof of the payments you made on her behalf? She asked. Years of Venmo records, bank transfers, text messages where she asked me to cover things. And proof of her actual account balance? A photo of her banking app showing $847,000. Rebecca was quiet. James, if she was deliberately misrepresenting her financial situation to extract money from you, that could constitute fraud. We'll request full financial disclosure. Given the deception, you may have grounds to sue for the money you contributed under false pretenses. That afternoon, I went back to the apartment while Sophie was at work. I packed systematically and left my key on the counter with a note. Lawyer will contact you. Don't call me. Sophie called anyway, 17 times that evening. Then the text started. Sophie, James, please come home. Sophie, we can talk about this like adults. Sophie, that money is for our future. I responded once, your lawyer can talk to my lawyer. The next day, Derek showed me something interesting. Dude, your wife's grandmother died 8 years ago. I found the obituary. But you guys got married 4 years ago. She had that money before you met. She knew exactly what she was doing from day one. That hit differently. Every time she'd said she was struggling financially, had been a calculated lie. Update 2. The divorce papers were served on Monday. Sophie called me, crying so hard I could barely understand her. James, please don't do this. I'll split everything with you. I don't want your money, Sophie. I just want out. Then what's the point? The point is you've been lying to me for 6 years. You took my money under false pretenses. She showed up at Derek's apartment that night. I came to the door. There's nothing to explain. You lied. Repeatedly. For years. I was scared. My last boyfriend only wanted me for money after he found out. I couldn't let that happen again. So instead you decided to test me by taking my money? That's psychotic. I'm in therapy now. Please, James. I love you. No, you don't. You love having someone you can control. There's a difference. I closed the door. Update 3. The discovery. The real bomb dropped during financial discovery 2 weeks later. Rebecca called me with an edge in her voice. James, sit down. Your wife has 4 separate accounts. That 800,000? That's just her checking account. She has a savings account with 600,000. A brokerage account worth approximately 1.2 million. And a cryptocurrency portfolio currently valued at $350,000. I did the math. That's over $2 million. 2.4 million, give or take. Your wife has turned her grandmother's 300,000 into 2.4 million in 8 years, while pretending to struggle financially. I felt sick. What does this mean for the divorce? It means we have her dead to rights. She deliberately misrepresented her financial situation. We're pushing for full reimbursement of every penny you gave her, plus damages. That evening, I got a call from an unknown number. Is this James? A woman's voice, older, uncertain. Who's asking? My name is Patricia. I'm Sophie's mother. Please don't hang up. I just found out what Sophie did. James, I'm so sorry. Sophie. She did this before. I sat up straighter. What? Her ex-boyfriend, Connor. She did the same thing to him. Hid her money, took his, played the struggling girlfriend. He found out, left her, threatened legal action. Sophie's father paid him $50,000 to go away quietly and sign an NDA. Jesus Christ. I'm telling you because you deserve to know who you married. And because I'm tired of covering for her. She needs to face consequences. Is there anything else? The therapy is real, but not for trust issues. Her therapist diagnosed her with compulsive lying and financial hoarding disorder. She's been lying about money since she was a teenager. Update 4. The settlement. The divorce took 6 weeks. Once Sophie's lawyers saw the evidence, they advised her to settle. Final terms. Sophie agreed to pay me $180,000 in restitution, covering everything I'd loaned her over 6 years, plus interest. No alimony. I kept my condo. She kept her hoard. The day we signed, I saw her for the first time in over a month. James, she said quietly, I really was going to tell you. When? I don't know. Eventually. When I felt safe enough. Sophie, we were married for 4 years. If you didn't feel safe by then, you never would have. I know. My therapist says I sabotage relationships. I just want you to know it wasn't about you. You deserved better. Yeah, I did. That was the last time I spoke to her. Final update. That was 3 weeks ago. The $180,000 hit my account the next day. I put half into retirement and used the rest to pay off my condo completely. 32. I'm mortgage-free and single. Derek asked me last night if I ever think about her. Sometimes. I just keep wondering how long she would have kept it going if I hadn't spilled that coffee. Forever, probably. People like that don't stop until they're forced to. I ran into Sophie's mother, Patricia, at a coffee shop last week. She bought my coffee and apologized again. Told me Sophie moved to Portland to start fresh. Do you think she'll do it again? I asked. Patricia looked sad. Probably, unless therapy really works this time. But James, you handled this with character. You protected yourself without trying to destroy her. Last night, I was deleting photos of Sophie. There was one from our wedding day, her smiling at me like I was her whole world. I wonder when she decided to start lying. Was it before we even met? I'll never know. And I don't need to. Derek invited me to a brewery on Friday. Sarah's bringing her friend Emma. Recently divorced, so... Derek. What? I'm just saying she exists. As a person. I laughed. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll go. Maybe I'll meet Emma and nothing will come of it. Or maybe something will. Either way, I'll be okay. Because here's what I learned. Trust isn't about blindly believing everything someone tells you. It's about trusting yourself enough to recognize when something's wrong. That Tuesday morning when I saw that account balance, I could have talked myself out of it. Could have let Sophie manipulate me into believing I was overreacting. Instead, I trusted my gut. And my gut said, this isn't right and you need to get out. Best decision I ever made. The $180,000 is nice. The paid-off condo is nice. But the best thing I got out of this divorce? I got myself back. The version that doesn't second-guess every instinct, that doesn't make excuses for inexcusable behavior. Sophie's somewhere in Portland now, probably finding her next victim. Or maybe she's actually working on herself. I hope she is. But that's not my problem anymore. My problem is deciding whether to go to that brewery on Friday. I think I will.